Hi everybody, welcome back to Tunes Reviews. Today we're going to talk about Tiziana Terenzi's Ursa, which means the greater she-bear. Insert Leonardo DiCaprio being attacked by the bear in The Revenant right here. Ursa is my third encounter with Tiziana Terenzi as a brand. You can find these fragrances in the 3.4 ounce bottles on places like FragranceNet. They usually go for pretty cheap, to be honest with you. You can get really good discounts on them from $120 or so to $150. But typically speaking, retail, these do go for about $250 to $300 American. For the presentation, when we have this delicious looking box here, delicious, I don't know why I went with that as a description of the box. I don't really want to eat it or anything, but it is a nice box. It's a nice hefty box. It's got some information on the inside. Shut your mouth, car. I'm speaking. So yeah, it's a box, and it rests in there. So inside of the box, we have options for your cap, okay, in case you want to go travel somewhere and don't feel like carrying around the 5-pound weight that goes on top of the already heavy bottle. This little white cap can go in its place and snaps on like so. Yeah, very chic and modern and clean looking. But I do prefer this big old cap here. So the sprayer is kind of okay, less to be desired. It's not a great sprayer, but gets the job done. So the notes in this fragrance, I'm going to be really professional right now and just read them off my phone for you. We have notes of nutmeg, elemi, rum, patchouli, incense, tobacco, vanilla, leather, agar wood. Yes, and then there's other notes in there too, but those are the ones that I picked out from Fragrantica that I thought were the most prominent notes in the delicious concoction before us. So for me, what I get out of this is a really heavy, spiced old wood with patchouli and rum concoction. This to me is very closely related to Straight to Heaven by Kilian. By Kilian. If you guys haven't tried Straight to Heaven by Kilian, that is one of my all-time favorite niche fragrances ever. But this fragrance here that's often compared to that fragrance is more like the more mature older brother. There's a lot of animalic tones in this. There's a lot of underlying, I get kind of a pretty primitive musky accord, which I really think is mostly just this dank, deep patchouli accord that brings out this animosity on my skin. For me, Ursa is a pretty wearable fall and winter fragrance. I think that this is pretty easy to get away with being casual with, but you can also dress this up. The one thing that I will say is you're going to want to be light on the trigger because you do 1 or 2 sprays with this and you are set. I promise you. That opening of the fragrance is really animalic to my nose, and it can quickly be insufferable, okay? Like it can choke you out very quickly, at least if you put it on your neck or somewhere closer to your face or your nose. It can really choke you out. So be easy on the trigger, 1 to 2 sprays, and I would steer clear of this fragrance for hot days in the spring, summer, and fall. I'm saying once it gets to be above 75, just don't even with it. I typically don't say that because, again, I'm a proponent of wearing fragrances that you feel like wearing. I wear Musc Ravageur in the summertime, but this one just doesn't seem like it can get away with it. I've owned this for about 8 months now, and it's just difficult to pull off in the heat. I think that this is perfectly unisex. You can dress it up, dress it down. For the price point, it's a wonderful addition in anyone's collection. It's a wonderful niche fragrance. It's a wonderful introduction to animalic fragrances because it's not so over the top and so stinky that it's going to make it so that someone who's just dabbling into niche, primitive scents would kind of stick their nose up to it and never want to dabble again. I think it's a wonderful introductory fragrance to patchouli, and I think it's a wonderful introductory fragrance to a more mature, woody, spicy fragrance for anyone. It doesn't matter, male or female. And I think that you can pull this off if you're confident in yourself, no matter what your age is. And again, I think this is kind of a Swiss Army knife for the colder months, being able to dress it up or down. And for the price point and the lovely, lovely scent. I absolutely love this. I have gotten one compliment, one, in the 8 months that I've owned this, and that's it. So this is one that's for me. This doesn't get a whole lot of love from other people, and when you smell it, you'll see why. But sometimes some fragrances do that for me. Again, Oud 27 by Le Labo has gotten me compliments before, and that smells a whole lot more animalic than Ursa does. But this one is one that I love for me. Again, it's the older brother, the more mature brother of Straight to Heaven by Killian in my mind. The more in-depth, higher quality. I actually prefer this over Straight to Heaven at this point. So if you do like that fragrance, but you want something that's a little bit more challenging to your nose, give this one a check. I do really like Tiziana Terenzi. I love the presentation, and I really like the brand. I'm going to be dabbling more in their lineup and see what else I can come up with that I enjoy. So that being said, I would give this a solid 8.5 out of 10, and I hope you all can check it out, and let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll talk to you all soon.